He had proof he belonged there. But when officers showed up, they didn't ask questions, they drew weapons. Seconds later, he's cuffed, confused, and fearing for his dogs. This isn't law and order, this is something else. Panama City, Florida. A man in his own space, legally staying on private property, with a signed affidavit to prove it, is jolted awake by the sound of officers swarming outside. What should have been a quick clarification turns into a confrontation laced with tension, disbelief, and fear. As body cams roll, we see a man trying to explain.
Okay, Fire, you might start master this way. This guy doesn't look like he's alert. He has some kind of liquid coming out of his mouth, all run down his shirt. How you doing? Not bad. You okay?
Yeah, you?
Not bad. So, what's going on? You sitting in your truck? Okay. You got anything to drink today? No? You got any kind of medication or anything?
Yeah, just kind of long drive. Long drive ahead. Want to see you on the road?
Where are you coming from?
Other side of Oregon.
Okay, what are you doing here? What are you doing in Pryor? What brings you here? Where are you headed? North? Okay. You know anybody in Pryor, or you just happen to? Appreciate it. If you want to, it's up to you. You want to leave the door open, or you want to shut it? No, it's up to you again. I don't care. Do you have identification on you? You do not. So what is your name and date of birth?
Drew 80 ERU Martin 918. So where's the
What's your date of birth one more time?
Road here.
What's your date of birth one more time?
1980. So this is the road here?
Yeah, I mean,
Or is this the road?
so the city maintains the roadway all the way to here, and then they have an easement over here, and then that's private property. So you're on private property. You have private property that you have no business being on, and then you're partially in the roadway.
Where's the easement begin?
Say it again.
The easement begin?
The easement begin?
Yeah.
I don't know where the easement begins.
Or ends?
I know where the road begins and ends.
So
I don't know where
road
the
begins?
easement begins and ends.
The road doesn't end here.
So the condition that you were in whenever I got here, like I said, you were pulled off the road here asleep. Looks like, do you live at Meadow Trace Apartments?
Yeah.
You don't live there anymore? It's the address that shows on your driver's license.
Where do you live?
Nearby.
Nearby them.
The address.
Is that relevant?
It is. I'm literally asking you because you're asleep, so you can continue to obstruct our
So
investigation.
here's the thing. I can leave you and let you.
Comply with your investigation.
You're not required to comply with our investigation?
No, I don't have to assist you.
I mean, you have to answer our questions if we're conducting an investigation.
That's
Otherwise,
exactly.
you're obstructing our investigation.
Really? Is that how the Fifth Amendment works? The
Yeah.
Fourth Amendment? First Amendment?
Do you know your amendments?
I don't think you do.
Okay, so I can put you through a couple of standard field sobriety tests and see if you're good to drive. And if you are, then we'll get out of here and we'll let you drive. Okay, and we won't ask you any more questions.
For sitting in a vehicle in private property.
Somebody calling in because they were concerned about you because you were partially on the roadway.
A lot closer to harassment on your part than we are.
We can go to the jail and we can do this in front of a
I mean,
judge.
yeah, I'm not-
and
Sure
we
could.
can have that conversation there.
I mean,
So if that's what you want to do,
That's absolutely fine.
want to do that. If I wanted to do that, I would have driven to the
I don't want to do that either. If I wanted to do that,
driven to a parking space and figured that out.
that's fine. If you want to go and argue your case in court, that's fine, but I'm not going to argue it with you here on the side of the road.
Right.
Okay? So you can.
You're going to give me a ticket for being unsafe when I told you exactly what I did, which was
He's going to conduct a couple
In
of
the name of
tests,
safety,
field sobriety
right?
tests. Are you willing to comply with those
Are you
tests?
willing to comply with some field sobriety tests?
well, what are my options then? go to jail or
Are
do
you
what you tell me
willing to comply with the field sobriety test?
with
That's the
incarceration?
question.
Threatening you at all?
Nobody threatened you. Nobody
I am
said
here to do
anything
my
other
job.
So I don't have to. Am I free to go?
No, you are
No, you're not
free
free to go. We're still conducting our investigation. If you allow me to finish conducting my investigation, and you will.
So here's what I don't understand. I'm not refusing shit.
Okay.
Okay.
So you'll agree to take the state tab?
What I don't understand is what indication that I'm intoxicated.
You are in the easement. Look, if you look at that sign right
I want
there,
to park in the easement. The easement
and
goes all the way to
right,
the center line.
it's still
of those
city
locations.
property.
I'm done.
Turn around.
Really?
Turn around.
For what?
Yes, turn around.
Dude,
Turn around. We're done. We tried.
you tried what? You tried
To reason with you, and you're unreasonable.
reason with me.
It's hard to reason with somebody who's intoxicated anyway, so that makes sense.
When we tried to give you the opportunity to show us that you're not intoxicated, and you just want to sit here and argue with us. Like I said, I'm not going to argue with you on the side of the road. We'll just.
You're making 0 sense.
If you have anything illegal on anything that's going to poke, stick, or stab me, anything that's going to be illegal, consider contraband if you take it into a jail facility.
You can't.
I'm giving you the opportunity because once we get into the jail, they're going to search you and it will be a felony charge.
Why, dude? I don't have anything. No.
Okay, that's your opportunity. So if there is something, then we find it in the jail and it'll be a felony. So,
I just said I don't have it. This is fucking bullshit.
well, you're not wrong about that.
Do you have anything in the vehicle you want to take with you?
Fucking kidding me, dude? In the middle of fucking moving.
All right, come on.
Whoa, you're gonna push me out without the vehicle? Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm scared now.
Have a seat right here. Be careful. Don't hit your knee on the computer mount. It hurts pretty bad.
This is fucking stupid, dude.
I don't disagree with you.
What's the charge?
Obstruction.
Obstruction of what?
Obstructing me in the performance of my duties.
What duty?
I'm trying to perform an investigation here, and you won't answer any of my
I
questions.
answered every question you asked me.
Okay.
What question did I answer?
You didn't answer any of my questions. You just asked more questions and
No,
why
I
I
did
needed
not.
to know, and I
No,
tried to
I didn't.
explain
I
it to
answered
you.
all of your questions.
So we'll argue about it in court. That's
Yeah,
fine.
we will.
Tow it and I'll inventory it. Ask somebody here if it's free to stay. I mean, it's not in, it's partially in the
It's
city
partially in the
property.
so yeah.
I'll have Constantine meet you over there.
Okay.
Have you been involved in motor vehicle accident? When? What happened? I'm sorry. You're at the top side. Right here?
Mr. Martin, you a member of a tribe? Are you a member of any tribe? No. You know your social? What is that? What state were you born in?
He wasn't trespassing, he wasn't violent, and he wasn't wrong. But he was treated like a criminal, detained, disrespected, dismissed. His affidavit? Overlooked. His rights? Pushed aside. And when he asked if he was being arrested, they told him it was his choice. In a city where authority should protect, it instead provoked. No charges, no apology, just silence. And a warning to anyone who thinks truth alone